Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I'm just kind of curious on what you're doing.
Oh, I'm just doing.
So first off, hi, this is Melinda's commentary on the events. I guess I'm kind of doing for Doug what Doug did for Gabby a little bit. Kind of. A little bit different. So here, check this out. Let's start off the psychological analysis by stating the first obvious fact. She sounds like she's drunk off her ass. Let's be honest. She does. She sounds drunk. Either that or she's maybe psychologically trying to seem like she's not aware of the situation, trying to seem like a stranger. That can happen with people when they're trying to pretend that they don't know as much as they do, and approach the situation to find more information. You'll find that people tend to just subconsciously create their own intoxication. It's kind of weird. Anyway, let's go forward.
Some news on the laundries.
On the laundry?
Do you know about them or next door?
No.
There you go. Do you know about she's like, the laundries? He's like, do you know about them next door? Pauses for a moment. No. She's not like responding like most people I don't think would, like, no, I don't know about them, or who's that? That'd be probably what you would expect. Not now. Like, if you really listen to that response, that's like offended. Like, how dare you think that she knows who that is, or how dare you try to ask her the truth? So, moving forward.
You don't know about the Brian laundering Gabby Petito thing?
Is that them?
Okay.
Wait a minute. I thought she didn't know who them was. Did she just learn about them in that like half a second, 2 seconds? Did she get online and like Google and find everything there was to know during that whole, month or two investigation? Is that what really just happened right now? Because I don't think she's got that capability.
That's the parents. That room right there at the end is Brian Laundrie's room.
Oh.
You did?
Okay, that was the fakest, most distracting I think I've ever heard. It's like, I wasn't sure she's like questioning that's them and she didn't realize it, or if she's questioning like what she's questioning, or maybe she's asking him like, oh, okay. But she doesn't say, oh, okay, like she's absorbing something. She says, oh, that's them? She's back. She can't keep her story straight. She's lying through her teeth. Watch.
Know that?
No, sir. I did not know you were. We just moved here.
Oh.
I did not know you were. What didn't she know he was doing? I mean, she just addressed Doug, that she didn't know that Doug was what? She just moved there. Okay. Let's continue.
My God.
Okay.
So do you know about the case?
Well, I know about the case, yes, sir.
Wait, did she just like lie? Double lie? That was like a double, triple lie. She said she didn't know who that was, but now she does know who that. Of course she did, sir.
Yeah, that's Mr. Laundrie's truck, and that's the car Brian Laundrie was in. And this is where all the media was up.
Oh my God, that ha ha ha. Like she's like some like Cruella DeVille or Cinderella's stepmother. What was that?
In front of here. Protesting. This is all right here. I can't believe you moved next door. You don't.
Oh my goodness. Is she saying that because of the fact that there was people protesting in the yard? And that her friends were there, and that it was just unbelievable that people would do that to her friends? Or is she saying, oh my goodness, because of the things they got away with? Let's find out. Let's continue.
No.
Holy cow.
I'll be honest with you. We are Christian people. We have no clue.
Okay, 3 statements there. To be honest with you, is usually what liars say to begin their sentence. We are Christian people. What does that have to do with any of this conversation? And then, we don't know anything. Are you associating with the fact that you're being honest, that you're Christian, and Christians don't know anything? Because that is very slanderous and very horrible to say about generalizing Christians in general, I think. I'm not a Christian. I mean, I was born Christian, but I would have to say that that's offensive to most Christians. Let's continue.
Like,
Yeah, before this was all media, there was thousands of people out here chanting.
wow. That's huge.
Wait a minute. Did she just say, wow? Let me reverse that. I want to hear that again.
Like, have no clue. Like that. Like,
Yeah, before this was all media, there was thousands of people out here chanting.
wow. That's unique. Okay.
Here,
You know what?
Did she just say that's unique?
Yes, sir.
Here's my
Here's my
card.
card.
Yes, sir.
You can watch. Go back.
Click on my
video.
What's the yes, sir? Yes, sir. Is she like got a weird fetish going on there? All right, I'm gonna mute this thing. Hold on. Let me turn on Do Not Disturb for a second. Just for a second. Hold on. Bear with me here, people. Yeah. Do Not Disturb. Where's my Do Not Disturb? Do I not have one? Oh, there it is. I'm having a blonde moment. That's what it is. Okay. Let's continue. Don't mind that.
Videos and go back to my old videos, and it will show I was actually in the driveway, and all the media was all the way.
Did you hear that little giggle? Like, she's all excited that he was in her driveway when she never lived there before.
Down here, and everyone was screaming, "Where is Gabby? Where is Gabby?" You can see it all. You can even
Okay. Okay. What is this lady's deal, man? Like, seriously? Like, if I didn't actually know now, like, I would actually wonder that. And I think I did wonder that at the time. That's the only reason why I kind of spoke up. Because usually I don't try to say a whole lot in here. People don't find my language too, you know, friendly or something. They find me offensive if they're weak and they have vulnerabilities. Like, if they're guilty of something and they know it and they're hiding something and they're trolls, they will thrash out on me and I just can't even stand it. So usually I keep my mouth quiet. Let's continue.
see your house in the videos. Yeah. The media, we were right up to the house. The whole yard was full of people protesting.
Well, that one how it was. The whole why people are driving by with cameras.
And so many people drive by here.
Oh my god. No, God bless everybody.
Oh my goodness. Well, God bless everybody. This lady is so not interested in what Doug's actually saying right here. She's here for some other reason. That's the reason why her responses are not actual. She's not responding, she's reacting. When you respond, you're responding to the immediate question. When you're reacting, kind of think of it like an acting. You're acting. You're reacting to a way that you're thinking about ahead of time. She's reacting to each individual cue with a preset, a preset set of statements, maybe, or phrases, something in between there. All of them, I don't know. Let's continue.
It's gonna be for till the trial happens. Then you're gonna see more media out here. And across the street.
You see all the stuff they have, the solar panels, all the lawn stuff?
Yeah.
They were getting paid, I think it was $500 a day for the media to use their driveway or yard, so they made a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I know nothing about that, but that's cool. Wow.
I know nothing about that, but that's cool. Wow. I mean, that's like, think about it like at a bar. You see a couple there, and there's this woman that's being hit on by a guy. And let's say that this woman is, rather educated or versed in knowledge in the world. And this guy is trying to show her how to open up a beer bottle. And she wants to seem impressed because that's kind of what women sometimes do when they're trying to get with a guy or something. I don't know. I've never done that. I've seen that. And that's exactly what this looks like and feels like and sounds like, is like if you were at a bar or someplace like that, a social environment, and there's a woman trying to make a guy think that he's actually impressive to her. Let's continue.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah, you'll see. You can go back. in all the old news footage of the Brian Laundrie thing, and you'll see your house next to like all the it'll show this and it'll show people.
I don't know if you heard that. I just wanted to pause with that little one. I don't know if you heard it. She goes, like when he says, you know, you could go back and see all the news media, she's not interested in that at all. Like, she has no interest in or intention whatsoever of even following up on this information, which if she actually had moved there and she was new to the situation and she was new to the neighborhood, I would imagine, like everybody else, he'd be really curious about what this guy's saying. He'd be wanting to know what's going on, because you just spend a lot of money in Florida on a nice house, and now you're finding out that there was like a murder and these people are involved in it about some girl. I mean, wouldn't you like kind of find some interest in that? You'd be curious, if anything, just curious to see if he's telling the truth, if anything. Let's continue.
Driving by and you'll see everything.
Okay.
It might shock you.
He had that end window down there on the side.
That's when Brian's room was.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
She's totally bantering him. Are you hearing that? Like, okay. And like, she doesn't even have a thought in her brain that she can think of to respond, because she's not responding, she's reacting, and she didn't expect him to be a normal person, and she can't keep up with it because she's not normal. Let's continue.
That's okay.
It's a little shocking, isn't it?
It's not shocking to her. She literally knows every single thing, and poor Doug is feeling awkward and nervous, I think. That laughter now he's starting to show is the nervous laughter. Like, he's like awkward, uncomfortable. What do I keep saying? This woman's at my car. It's nighttime, which I've never known a woman to come out of her house in the nighttime, in the dark, to a man in a car, sitting there in his car. If anything, what did she call police? Yeah, that's what a neighbor would do. She's not a neighbor. She's probably been standing around, who knows, probably peeping Tomming. I don't know. Let's continue.
Interesting to know. I appreciate it. I mean, because we have seen people drive by and
Yeah.
Emphasis on the people driving by. It seems like that's all she's focused on, which we all know negative experiences have more of an impact on our responses, like on posting, on a review of something. Negative reviews always dominate over positive ones. This is common human, psyche. This is the way we think. We are more affected by our negative experiences than our positive ones. So she obviously is more upset about people driving by the laundry's house than she is about the laundry's trying to conspire to hide a murder from their son. Let's continue.
just kind of like
People come from all over
drive down here and see behind her they have a pool. And the FBI had cameras up in the trees behind recording, and they had the FBI was in the houses around.
Now you'll see here, Melinda Lee Boley. Did you see my video I recorded of you in court? You rebel. That's me, Melinda Lee Boley. There you go. I just wanted to point that out. So you'll see my comments, I'm sure, come on here.
Your two recording when they were looking for Brian. So it was a big deal right here. You lived next to a very famous house.
wow. It's unfortunate, the situation.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wanted to rent the house.
When
Just so
Well, you can't. All right, hold on. Hold the fire. Hold the notes. This woman has been completely passive, if anything, like really disregarding. And now she's going to stand up and say that he can't, when this is a past tense conversation he's talking about. He's talking about the past. But she's talking about the current and the future. Yeah, let's continue.
just so we can film.
My name's Doug.
Notice that right after she said you can't, break into something he was talking about in the past tense, she asks his name. She wants him to identify himself. Let's continue.
Doug Live.
My
My
friends
friends call me
Nick
Nick Lovin.
Okay. Well, that's
Oh my god, she just said, okay, to the cheesiest, corniest comment I think I've ever heard, no offense, Doug, if you ever hear this, that I've ever heard come out of a man to a casual woman conversation. Let's be honest. People call me McLovin. If some guy told me that and I'm standing outside of his car, I'd be like, okay, later, dude. You know, I mean, no offense, Doug. I don't mean any offense for that. But that is not what I expected to hear from her. Let's continue.
Things to put in our prayers tonight.
See there, I say she's fed. Federal Bureau.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I'm sorry to shock you.
Yeah, okay. So in that case, it was nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
She's guard. So what I meant by that was she could be, at the time I thought, if anything, she's a federal, like, an undercover cop type of a thing, you know, like undercover. It's odd that, like, as soon as she got him to identify himself, which I'm sure she was recording it or maybe on a phone call with somebody else at the time, she identified him. She was probably had like a little camera on her, and I'm guessing it went to Jason, because he would use somebody like that. So his, you know, the guy that attacked Doug, he would use something like that because he doesn't want his phone to have any connection, being subscribed to his channel, being involved in his channel, being tied with his IP to the YouTube IP so it could be investigated, because federal investigators can find that information out if he was watching the stream, you know, because right afterwards he was attacked. So she identified him. She just sounded like some kind of bait and switch hooker on the side of the road of a federal, like an undercover sting of prostitution. That's exactly what she did there. She just bantered him, got him to say a bunch of stuff. And as soon as she heard what she wanted to, something incriminating, like that he wanted to break it, even though she wasn't paying enough attention to the fact that he was mentioning a past tense, which that's obvious. Once she thought she had something, she identified him. I'm sure she had a camera, and then she continued forward with the justification for what was about to happen to Doug. Let's continue.
And a lot of information. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have a good night.
Let's be honest, that wasn't a lot of information. Really, he said a few things. He repeated the sentence a few times because I think he wasn't sure that she was understanding what he was saying, maybe. The importance of what he was trying to, you know, confer to her was not really seeming to get across to her. So in my observation, Doug was trying to get her to, you know, feel the sense of urgency or feel the sense of reality that was going on. Let's continue.
Well, yeah, try not to break my family.
Yeah, I won't be here
long, so
Yeah.
we gotta go on patrol, look for the police.
So
See if there's
any activity.
Good luck.
Thank you,
Thank
Doug.
you, Doug.
Okay,
for that
okay.
information.
Thank you.
You have
You
a
have a
great
great
night.
night.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
There you see my comment. She's Secret Service. I wasn't sure what the heck, but she was acting like an undercover. Let's continue.
No, she's
No,
not
she's not
elderly.
elderly.
She moved in next door
and had no idea.
Holy
cow.
Uh-oh.
Other car.
I believe that other car that he just referred to is actually her. I think that she got into a car with somebody that was sitting in the car behind him with the lights off, and they just pulled up and left. I honestly think so, so let's see what happens here. Let's continue.
I
can't believe someone wouldn't recognize.
I said I recognize her voice. She's FBI, but I wasn't really realizing that the words is what I was recognizing, not her voice. I myself was caught up in the stress of the moment because I was really worried about him. I really was getting this. I mean, I do have some remote viewing moments, so if you know what that is, if you don't, sorry. But I was getting this really bad image in my head of what was to come. And so I was kind of caught up in that panic of trying to assess what was going on. And the word she was saying was like an undercover that was setting him up for something. Well, it was undercover. It was a setup, and it wasn't for even legal reasons. Let's continue.
It's the house.
When you move next door. She was like, you guys, I wish I should. I didn't want to show her face because in case she didn't want to. She looked Like she was so shocked. Yes. No, believe me, she had no clue. Because she was like, what are you doing here?
Again, I try to emphasize she works for the FBI. I was trying to convey to him some words that he would notice out of all the chats. It's hard. I get that. I get that my message probably he didn't even see. I was hoping it would. That's why I keep repeating it. So bear with me. Let's continue.
She looked at the house and she looked, her face looked like she couldn't even believe it. That's why all the cars drive by with cameras. So she was totally 100% without knowing.
In all actuality, the uncomfortable dark setting with a woman coming up to your car and the shock and the sudden, I mean, I would be spooked. I would be like thrown off my game if somebody come walking up to my car in the nighttime. And so I honestly think that was his mind trying to rationalize the experience. I don't think that he wanted to wrap his mind around anything else other than the reality of what should have been. What should be a concerned person coming up and talking to him. That's what should have happened right there, not what ended up coming, and he couldn't have imagined, but I'm sure he sensed that something bad was going to come from that interaction. Let's continue.
Hold on, I got it.
Oh, listen to this. So I said, I know her name is Charisse. Now, you want to know what's really funny? Want to know what's really, really weird? I'm going to back up from this. So let's go here. Let's go to right there. So the lady that was bantering me on the Doug Live Northport Facebook page today, the reason I'm responding with this video, her name is Celeste, Kelly Celeste. You want to talk about remote viewing? That is very close. I was getting this not image, that's the wrong word. I was getting this message from that experience. I know that sounds weird, just bear with me. I was getting that sounded like that. Celeste. Her name is Kelly Celeste on Facebook. She was sitting there telling me that my thoughts on this interaction, when I posted it, would lead to me being sued by Jason, his attacker, in court. And she kept defending him. She kept saying that I was going to get sued for even questioning the connection. And here I said her name was Charisse or something. You know, her name was Charisse Celeste. I may not be exact, but I would beg for anybody that could be that close, that similar of a name, and then have the events happen that ended up happening with him and today with my post. Let's continue once I get back over here. There we go.
No, Melissa, I swear. The look on her face was like horror. Like she was in shock. Like she saw a ghost.
Oh my gosh, now listen to this. Oh my gosh. She is brunette. I said, hold on. This Kelly Charisse or Celeste girl. So this is the post I'm referencing to. Oh god. But look at her. That is her right there. I'm gonna zoom in. I had to replay. So that's Kelly Celeste right there. Let me brunette. Kelly Celeste. I thought her name was Charisse. Brunette. That's the one who says the speculation here is very responsible. Anybody working in the field of mental health would understand that posting something like this is significantly unethical. I'm not sure if you realize this, but this this guy could sue you for what you wrote here, and he would probably win too. Man, they blocked me on this. That sucks. Yeah, they blocked. I hate how they can do that. I think that's dumb. You can see the hate that I'm getting right now. Like literally the conspiracy to silence my thoughts, which is just this. It says, so here's something I've learned more than my fair share worth about this guy who attacked Doug. His name is Jason Paul Sternquist, aka Stern Squad. But check this, I've just experienced many years and types of domestic violence, which in turn led me to go to school for social science for a major in psychological disorders. And here's what is very obvious. He beats his wife at the very least. But worse is his kids. Mannerisms scream being beaten for non-compliance from an early age. That is complete speculation. That is my observation. I continue to say this guy has some serious skeletons in his backyard. Again, that's the speculation. That's actually kind of more of a guess. And that's what led me to the next finding. A few days ago during a live stream, this is the one I'm referring to, there was a chatty woman outside the laundry's house that was playing dumb. Well, her voice is almost identical to Sternquist's wife, or hell, if that could have even been her or his mom. Maybe she's a neighbor or friend. And this is when I posted this. I didn't know about this Kelly Celeste woman of the laundries. So, and Roberta says this Doug guy's been snooping. Meaning like, and I'm saying, well, what if the laundries? What if it's a friend of the laundries? And Roberta says to this friend, this Doug guy's been snooping. Get rid of him, please. You can't make this shit up. I said. But I wonder if somebody could ask Sternquist's wife if she wants to report the violence now that he's facing felony charges. I don't know why any person that wasn't an advocate for domestic violence wouldn't think about that. Anybody that gives a damn about anybody besides themselves sees a woman with 4 kids of his and he's facing felony charges for beating up a guy to almost death. Even if I didn't know the situation, I would be like seriously concerned about the woman and their kids. Let's be honest, that is something that any person that is of real intent would probably at least ponder. So I go, let her know, that would seal his fate in a sentence for many years, and I bet she could get the courage if done right. That is all I said. I was doing this post, and this conversation happened because I was concerned for a woman and her kids, purely out of the goodness of my heart, and I was slandered, I was thrown under the wind, I was blocked. I was probably been blocked out of the group now, so I don't know. But this is going to be on on YouTube. Hopefully I'm not blocked from the group, and I will post this to the group itself, and then they can figure it out. But I had to share this. I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. Doug, if you get this, I really hope you get feeling better, dude. I hope you survive this, because it would be a shame if you died trying to stand up for the death of a girl that shouldn't have died. And the people, to the face of the people, you were willing to get into the face of the people that were trying to hide that from her own family, from the world, from everything and everyone, from even themselves. You stood up for what was right. You stood up for the truth. You put yourself in a situation where you were almost killed. If you don't survive it, you will have been my biggest hero either way. You are my biggest hero. I cannot believe I'm in your presence, honestly. It is like being in a superhero's presence. You are my superhero for now and forever. Doug, you are what every person, not just men, but what every person in this world should strive to even want to think like, let alone be like, or do the things that you have done, the way that you've done them, and the way that you have, with no violence. Nothing but peaceful protest in the exact definition of it. I commend you. Dear Doug, you are my hero, and we all should applaud you. So, hurrah for you, and Godspeed. And I don't usually pray, but I've been praying for you, so I hope that you get to live this through. I hope that you get to fight another day, because you are my hero. Amen, dude. Later, guys.